So currently right now in GTA Online, we're in that dry period where we don't have any updates, big things happening in GTA Online, and not that much drift fed happening currently. So I think today's going to be a good time to talk about what I expect from GTA Online this year and also things I want to see, and also a little bit on how the updates may play out for the summer DLC and also the winter DLC. So before we get into it, if you guys aren't already, make sure to be subscribed and put up post notifications, and also don't forget to drop a like. So let's first quickly talk about the rest of Drift Fed Rockstar has released for the Drug Wars DLC. So there's really two main things that Rockstar still has to release for the Drift Fed. One is the Karen Board, which is an off-road vehicle that's going to be available for $1,280,000. This is the last Drift Fed vehicle that Rockstar still has yet to release, and there's also some other vehicles that Rockstar had previously that they did release with the Drift Fed, but they decided to remove it from the game. So I don't know if those are going to be re-released, before the next update, but that's something to also keep in mind. And then the second thing would be a random event, which is the Mayor with a Convoy, where pretty much you have to follow the convoy, and then eventually you'll be getting paid for it for money and also RP. So it's really just a random event and vehicle that Rockstar still has yet to release, which could come out within this upcoming event week or within the next couple of event weeks of the following weeks or months, but we'll have to see. But either way, when it comes to that releasing, that's pretty much going to be it for the Drug Wars DLC, and we're going to be pretty much in a waiting period until the next thing or the next update comes out. Now, of course, Rockstar can hit us with a huge announcement about, GTA 6 or, even about the upcoming DLC, or Rockstar could just release something entirely new, kind of like how they did last year in February with GTA Plus just really coming out of nowhere. So we could see a huge announcement or something comes to GTA Online before the next summer DLC. But as of right now, with it being about 3 months away, I think Rockstar might not release anything, but we'll have to wait and see, of course. But hopefully they end up doing something, because really for these 3 months, there's not going to be much to be looking forward to in GTA Online, unless Rockstar get into something really crazy and interesting. Moving on to what we should expect this year at GTA Online, Rockstar most likely is still going to continue with their usual activities, which is releasing a summer DLC and also a winter DLC. Summer DLCs usually do get released about at the end of July and usually get announced like mid-July. And then for the winter DLCs, those usually get announced in the beginning of December and get released mid-December, usually around the 13th through the 16th. So I think Rockstar is going to still be releasing DLCs this year, and it should also again be releasing for the PS4 and Xbox One. I don't think Rockstar is fully done yet when it comes to last generation consoles, but this, however, could be the last year. We'll just have to see. But for the summer DLC and the winter DLC, really nothing has been officially confirmed or even revealed. The only thing that we know that possibly is in the works, of course, is the Michael DLC that's been talked about since the contract release and even before that. So Rockstar most likely still could be releasing that, but overall right now there's not really much information to go for that, so we're not sure if that's going to be coming out this year or not. Now, really looking back at these two last DLCs, the Drug Wars and also the Criminal Enterprises, does play a major factor in what we're going to be seeing this year. For the past DLCs, Rockstar has put a lot of work in, which is, like the Contract, Los Santos Tuners, Cayo Perico, and even before that. And Rockstar has done a great job with those DLCs and have been favored by many people. But when it came to the Criminal Enterprises DLC, as well as the Drug Wars, Rockstar definitely, and it was really obvious that Rockstar definitely kind of dimmed down and didn't really focus that much on huge properties and huge content, and kind of really focused on improvements and also experience changes, and, really kind of just went down to contact missions. So when it comes to the DLCs this year, I think Rockstar could, stay with that same approach and just have, simple little updates. But however, though, I'm hoping that they do decide to go to, back to like the old ways where they have huge updates like the Contract and Los Santos Tuners DLC. So we'll just have to see. But I think for the summer DLC, usually Rockstar does go a bit more, smaller compared to winter DLC. So I expect something kind of bigger than Drug Wars, but maybe a little bit smaller than it in a way, kind of like really similar to it. And overall, I just hope that Rockstar goes with something interesting and something that they know a lot of people will like. Because when it comes to Drug Wars and Criminal Enterprises, it just felt like really random and just kind of spawned in out of nowhere. But if we had like some type of connection, like, let's say like a Michael DLC released in the summer, we would have like a connection through story mode and, through Franklin and stuff like that. Just seeing old characters would be something really nice to see. But it just kind of felt when it came to Drug Wars and, Tuners, it was just random. Like UOP just came out of nowhere. The Acid Lab with like, the other characters with Ron and all that just came out of nowhere too. So I just, hope that we see some type of connection when it comes to the summer DLC. And I just hope that it's honestly, kind of bigger, because the last one with Criminal Enterprises, that was a very minor DLC. 6 UOP missions, a few new cards, and that was about it. But, this year I think Rockstar should go bigger and just have, a lot more interesting stuff happen this year. So that's what I expect for Rockstar to do when it comes to the summer DLC. Just, probably like about 15 to 20 new cars. And then after that, a DLC that kind of is huge, but not too minor. But I can't really go off of what I think is going to be in the DLC since we don't know anything yet. But of course, when more information does get released, then of course I'll let you guys know. And then moving on, we're gonna of course have the Drip Fed that releases throughout the months of August, September, October, and November. And then Rockstar is gonna move on to the Winter DLC, which again should be releasing within, mid-December. And I think Rockstar is gonna have a decently sized big DLC, hopefully something bigger than Drug Wars. And then after that, end of the year with the Festus Horizon update, and then we'll go into the next year, 2024. Now, something big that I think could happen this year is an announcement from Rockstar. Usually Rockstar, the thing is, when it comes to February is usually the month that Rockstar has news where they announce what's coming out for the year. But they didn't do it at all this year, which, kind of just leaves us clueless on what's going to happen. Usually we kind of have an idea of what's going to happen for the summer DLC and a little bit on the winter DLC at this point, but Rockstar hasn't said anything. But I do think that either between these months and so the summer DLC or the months after the summer DLC, Rockstar could say something. But I think that this year could officially be the year that Rockstar decides to do an official announcement of GTA 6, or at least something, big that they're going to be releasing for their company. We'll just have to see what that is, but hopefully we can finally get the GTA 6 announcement, or at least some type of tease, reveal or something like that, and then officially Rockstar is going to release the game, maybe within 1 to 2 years from now. But of course, from my perspective, there's a lot of things I do want to see this year. So first off, let's go back to our summer DLC. Rockstar, there's not really much to add to GTA Online. I think they pretty much added everything, but I think if Rockstar was to add some type of mansions or water DLC, that would be much appreciated. Mansions are something that people have wanted in GTA Online for years now, and for Rockstar to just, kind of backtrack it or just minimalize it, it's kind of annoying. And just having actual multi-million-dollar mansions that we could actually own and customize would be something really nice to see in GTA Online. And I hope that officially can come out this year with the summer or the winter DLC. And the same thing, Rockstar could also add some type of water-based DLC where most of the missions take place on water, which is kind of like the yacht missions, but just expanded more. And the main thing for me is just Rockstar has to have some type of property or business. The Asset Lab was a cool thing to have, but I feel like it really wasn't hitting that business standpoint, and Rockstar could add a lot more to that. So just having a new business or property would be really cool, or just at least a new place to build, because the thing is, we make a lot of money throughout these past 2 DLCs with Criminal Enterprises and also Drug Wars, but we don't really have that much to spend it on. So if Rockstar was to give us the opportunity to have a new property in the summer and winter DLC, that'd be pretty cool, and just overall a good way to spend money. So the 3 main things that I expect to see this year from GTA Online, and hopefully we'll see, is going to be some type of water DLC, or just really any type of interesting DLC. The Michael DLC, of course, featuring Michael DeSanta for story mode, and then also some type of mansions being added, whether that be in a DLC or just separately by itself. So that's the 3 main things that I hope to see this year. We could see them, we could not, but I just hope that when it comes to the DLCs this year, it's a lot more better compared to last year, because last year honestly was just probably one of the worst years for GTA Online at DLCs. Now I do want to also mention that this isn't really speculation, because Rockstar has confirmed about a few weeks ago, and I think it was about a month ago, that they officially will be releasing updates for the year 2023 for GTA Online. And that was in an interview that they had with Games Radar. I did make a video about that if you guys want to check it out, and I will also leave a link in the description to that article if you want to see it for yourself. But in that article, like I did mention, they didn't really touch that much of what the DLC is going to be about. But we do know for the Halloween event that Rockstar has a lot planned, and it's going to be a big event. But for the DLCs individually itself, not much information has been shared on that, at least for now, but hopefully we can get some information pretty soon. But anyways though, that's all for this video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys want to see this year at GTA Online, and if you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like. And if you want to see more, then make sure to subscribe and put on post notifications, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.